Hello? How's it going, Mary? House is dead. Yeah. Pop Boy murdered the house. I. I'm very sleepy. I have not been sleeping very well recently. But I imagine it's alright. My goodness, the music is loud. Let me try. So I have not been sleeping very well because I have a lot of work to do, and there, I also need to record. Like in the back of my mind, I keep trying to remind myself that I need to do some recordings, and I might be running out of time if I don't do it soon. Yeah. That's it. I don't really have anything else to say today. I had a really weird but happy dream yesterday. And then last night I didn't sleep. but it's okay. I I don't really have anything else to say. I want to do a just chatting stream this week. So I think I'm gonna cancel Doom. And when I'm back from my 4-day trip, we'll get started on Doom because I feel a little bit intimidated by Doom, and I feel like I want to be in the right mindset when I start Doom because I want to start on a harder difficulty. So far, I think I tested it out. It's like normal, so it's like a walk in a park, and then it's ultra violence, and then it's like nightmare, and then after nightmare it's ultra nightmare or something like that. Never played a Doom game. If you feel like playing a Doom game, I think Doom Eternal is a good entry point. Or if you're familiar with older kind of games, I think maybe Doom 3. Doom 3 is a good entry point as well. And I had a couple of couple of things that I wanted to talk about some of the movies that I've seen recently, because even though for some reason my brain does not punish me for watching movies, my my brain punishes me for playing games and all that, but not movies for some reason. So I managed to watch a couple of movies in the past week, and I wanted to see the new Mission Impossible. I mean, I saw a couple of movies at home. I didn't get to go to the theaters, but yes, I also want to watch that. Also, I wanted to see The Accountant too, and I missed the screening time because they took it out the theaters already, and I haven't been able to go. The Nightmare is usually a hardest Doom difficulty. I think there's one more difficulty that is like harder than Nightmare. I think it's the hardcore one where if you die once, you have to start over. So, but the hardest difficulty before that difficulty is just the normal difficulty. I mean Nightmare difficulty. Happy dreams are double-edged swords. On the one hand, I can rest well with those. On the other hand, I get sad when awake. When you get pulled back into reality and you feel like, nah, I'm gonna go back to sleep. How about forever? I wanna, maybe, you know what? Maybe I wanna play into my sad girl trope, because you know what? Since I am kind of like embracing myself, trying to not be, I've always like thought about not being negative or not like nagging on myself too much, not being too hard on myself. How about I just play into that stupid thing? If I like, and since we talked about Manhera the other day, how about I just play into the Manhera part of myself and amplify that? exaggerate that and capitalize on that instead. I don't know. I always feel like me being normal, because right now it's just like me being normal, right? I always feel like I can't make a living being myself if I were to like act normally. If I'm not like overly exaggerating a part of myself, or if I'm not overly exaggerating anything, I just feel like some people don't. I mean, most of the people just don't find me interesting unless they like. How do you attract people in less than 20 seconds? What is how can you constantly be attracting people within 20 seconds, you know? I don't know. Don't give up on your dreams. Keep sleeping. I do want to keep sleeping. I am so sleepy today. Alright, let's get into the game. Depends on the type of attention one wants. I want to I want to maybe get partnered on Twitch. And then after that, we'll think about something else. So, what will make me get partnered on Twitch? Oh, wait. Oh, shit. Oh, I accidentally clicked on something. That's what I want to think about right now, I think. The midnight walk. Because even if you have like a personality, it's also very dependent on whether or not the personality is like compatible with the person who's watching you. If people don't... I whine too much. Let's get into the story. Let's go. Resume. Hold on. When did you become normal? Not normal as in normal, but normal as in my normal self. Does that make sense? Reacting new stuff is real popular at the moment, but I can't really do that because I have a YouTube. Because I'm streaming over onto YouTube as well. So I think I might be single streaming onto Twitch very soon. Like post first year anniversary, most probably. We came from this way? Did we come from this way? We go this way. Oh yeah, we go this way now. You mean how you are IRL and not as a VTuber? No, what I am. Like how I am.
When I was a child, I exchanged
is how I
letters
am
with
IRL. So
we were
right
best
now,
pals, and we shared all our
there,
secrets with each other. One day,
the line between my IRL self and my VTuber self is blurring so much that I feel like it's not healthy for me. Unless if I'm like flash streaming, but I'm not flash streaming. So I definitely want to put a line in between, so like maybe I can build back my persona after experimenting, because there was a point where I was streaming as not that much as myself, but more of an exaggerated version of myself, which was like very raw and very very filtered, but also very planned, very premeditated. And then after that, after blah 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 blah, and what happened after that is I started to like want to release myself from all of that stuff, and I became a little bit like self asserting. I wanted everything to be like, yep, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, this. I have everything listed, and I'm gonna go get them. But it felt like no, but during that time, I think I was like under a lot of stress because of IRL stuff, and then in the end I did not commit to the stuff that I wanted to go for, and then in the end I I became something of like I don't control like I didn't want to. I feel like how do you put this into words? It's really difficult for me to describe this. Oh, I looked up my condition. Apparently, it's kind of similar to aphantasia, but with words. Because I can picture things in my brain. Oh, I can visualize things in my brain, but I cannot word them, and I don't have an inner monologue. So when I want to think in words, I have to like whisper, or I have to like force myself to like think up words. I like it takes a lot more focus to do that. So apparently that is a thing that other people have, lack of inner monologue, but also lack of wording, like putting description into words. Apparently a lot of people out there also have that, more common than one thinks. Yeah, lack of inner monologue is pretty common, but lack of like something that helps you put your thoughts into a train is something that I also have. But anyway, that's what I mean, you know. Yeah. Maybe I'll do a talking stream to replace, because tomorrow it was supposed to be a Doom stream, and I think I'm gonna replace it with cash cleaner cash cash cleaner simulator, and then after that we're gonna do a just chatting stream, and then maybe I can properly verbalize my thoughts. But I don't know. Maybe I need some key points to think about. Oh, right. Recently I have been not sleeping as much, and I can feel the sides of my frontal lobe a little bit stressed, and when I press onto my skull, I can feel the mush of it, and it hurts so bad. It hurts so bad. Oh my goodness. But yeah, I don't know if you can detect what I mean, but if you have been here for a very long time, which some of you have been, you might understand what I'm talking about, in a sense where I feel like my IRL self, my true self, and like some of the stuff I kind of want to keep to myself, you know. So if I rebrand, if I am no longer Material, maybe you can find me somewhere else, you know. I'm not going corporal. I've, to be honest, I have auditioned somewhere else, and I passed, but I didn't get through the next one because I was supposed to make a video, but then I had like this 3 weeks of sickness that I couldn't do like much recording, and then I have to ask the audition submission, so I'm kind of like, it was like whatever. But also, I feel like it is also a sign that I'm not ready to go corpo as well. And I'm okay with that. Because if I go corpo, and it just means that I will be in a high stress environment, and with like 2 mortgages to pay, and having financial responsibilities and all that, it means that I cannot transition to fully streaming, if that is what it means, you know. Whatever happens, happens. If you do end up somewhere else, I hope I'll be able to find you again. You'll probably be able to find me again really easily because my voice is very unique. So if you just like stick around Twitter, you'll probably find me again. I I I cannot, like, it's like not even humble bragging at this point, but I honestly do not think that I have ever heard anybody else sounding like how I sound, to be honest. I came here from TikTok. Hi, how do you do? Probably some baggage to process still, but we still have your back no matter what. It'll be hard to find you since I don't use Twitter. Well, if you're still using the your YouTube, the same YouTube that you're using the account, you're probably going to be introduced to, because you know, algorithm and such. Unless I am the only VTuber that you watch, then it might be a little bit difficult. But worst comes to worst, if if everything goes smoothly, maybe I will I'll make an announcement. Maybe I'll redirect you guys, I guess. Guess I'm doomed on that front because I'm the only VTuber you watch. No, it's okay. I'll consider all things considering, I think maybe after I build up a little bit of recognition, maybe I'll redirect people from tutorial, because I want to sever a lot of the things that happened with tutorial before, and a lot of things that happened to tutorial from before, and so I feel like there are a lot of things that I still carry, that I'm still carrying, are from way before, and I just feel like it might not be the best to use tutorial, because I felt like I put a lot of put a lot of like release into tutorial, like a lot of angst and vengefulness into tutorial, and I felt like it might not be like the best thing to move forward with, I think. Maybe I'll make an entire apology video on this and be like, I'm so sorry for everything that I've done, and I'm so sorry that I will no longer be here, etc. But tell the great voice from Discord and find me. Yeah, you'll find me no matter what, I think. It's not that difficult, but please do not be like super surprised when I do not like portray myself like how I currently am. Maybe I think I will go with a certain aesthetic as well, which means that a lot of my content will be just not myself, but more of like themed kind of content as well. I feel like I need to have an identity that is separate from my IRL self, or else I just won't feel like I am in control, you know? Because right now I just feel like I'm not in control of a lot of things that are happening to me. Like, oh, suddenly somebody fell down the stairs and broke his head or something, and I had to bring them to. Stuff like that. It just like constantly happens to me. I feel like I have been letting a lot of stuff happen to me, and I feel like a lot of it is my fault that I have let all of these things happen to me. And so I want to take control of like the VTubing side, I think. Try and separate IRL Mary from VTuber Mary. I think occasionally I will stream here as well. I'll stream on Metoral, so Metoral will probably be going on indefinite hiatus. But that's not gonna be for until a pretty long time. It's not gonna be for a pretty long time yet. Because even though I do have things planned, I can't just like have an artist pop something up for me by tomorrow and then have it fully rigged by the end of the week. I can't do that, so but I will be using my own money. I will not do a donathon for rebranding. That is just like kind of weird. And my villain stuff is still going to be there, but my villain stuff is definitely going to be for something that is a little bit different as well. So that is all for the update, and that is all for all of like what I'm thinking as of now, and maybe I can elaborate more in a couple of days when we do the just chatting stream. But that is all. And also, I need to make it so far. I think so far I have not tried to think of VTuber as a business kind of thing, because I've been always thinking like, oh, I'm just streaming to a bunch of people who have been watching me for a long time, and I'm streaming it for you guys. I am trying to be present for your routine, to make you comfortable with your lives, to entertain you. But on my side, I feel like maybe it's better if I try to see it as a business and think of it as a work. Because if I don't think of it as work, I kind of pull back and I don't force myself to do a lot of uncomfortable things like reaching out and connecting to other people. And if I think of it as work, I will force myself to do that. But as a hobby, I don't want to make myself uncomfortable doing all of those things. You didn't always say it's your hobby. It is my hobby. I have 3 things. Okay, maybe 4 things as my hobby. Doing this VTubing stuff, playing games, which is kind of like connected, and then working out, and then sleeping. Probably a lot of like more nerdy stuff, which is just like media in general. But anyway, it's just, you know, with my new persona, I don't think I will be talking a lot about my personal life. I will maybe reveal a little bit of some stuff, but not everything, and not like at least 70% of my own life that I've actually revealed to you guys. which is, you know, like, you even know what my mental disorders are, which is kind of, I have a tendency to overshare a lot of things because of my condition, and I just don't feel like there's a boundary to things. But I think I need to start setting myself boundaries to make sure that I stick to a plan, because I don't stick to a plan. I always stray from the plan, and it's just honestly not good. I sometimes I am too real, and being too real is just, it's not a good thing. Turn my mic on. Yeah, okay. Plans are meant to be broken. I just wish I viewed VTubing as a business. I never felt like that, business minded. Maybe that's why my business failed. But anyway, let's get into the game.
My sister told me that the monster wasn't real, that she'd written me all those letters to play a joke on me. But the joke's on her, because I knew the truth about the monster in the woods, and we exchange letters to this day.
I thought we've seen this part already.
Oi! You the caretaker of this little fireball?
Yeah, we have seen this part.
What were you thinking, letting him run off? Don't you know how precious he is? Oh, yes you are. A real sunbeam. Who took the sun away?
I did.
We Merkles used to
because
ask
I hate
until
it.
It finally ceased to matter. Night skies like these. Trouble seems so far away, doesn't it? I mean, isn't this just exactly my point? I used to be afraid of the dark. So much so that I became obsessed with these huge electric lamps left behind by the craftsmen of old. Couldn't pry myself away from them. I'd sleep outdoors and under their blinding radiance. One day, I woke up to the noise of quivering planks and nails. And would you believe it was my own house leaving me? It had gotten so restless it grew a pair of legs, took a name, and went on a hike.
We've seen this before.
Housey was its name, bless its soul. Has it no imagination?
He's gonna run
I
away.
bet it had a grander adventure than I could ever imagine.
Run, Pavoid,
This
run!
little flame is your home, burnt one. Keep him nurtured and safe, and you'll always find yourself in the right place. Through the rain, in the dark, and over Moon Mountain.
Over Moon Mountain. It's understandable, sometimes one needs to frame things differently. Having said, we'll support you whenever and wherever. So keep the spirits up. It was fun being a mob, but rebranded Mary will always have my support. Well, if you find me again, you can still be my mod.
Look at those stars.
Honestly, I couldn't have
burning
asked for
like
better
so many
mods, to
candle
be honest.
lights. Isn't this enough?
I don't think it's gonna be hard to find me again. Plus, it's... You can take your time to strategize. Since it's not going to be right now, it's gonna be still quite a while to go before I rebrand. Plus, I am still considering to redirect you guys from my channel and all. I just wanna have a refreshing start, like a completely severed start, I think. Hello? Cause some of the following that I have right now was from the past drama, and I don't want that.
What is the dark? Is it ugly and cruel? Is it a place for monstrosities? For fools lost in the woods? A terrible void where all your nightmares come true?
Ooh. Run. Bro, I can't see, dude. Oh my goodness. Am I supposed to just keep running? Okay.
The dark could be a friend. Perhaps a space where we might find each other. All of us equal under its cloak.
It is really dark. Does Pot Boy have to answer for his crimes? 10 years, more like death sentence. It's hard to tell where to go when I can't. Was I here before? Okay. How about I bring the light with me? Am I moving? I can't tell if I'm moving. What the fuck? Okay. The light didn't help one bit. I don't like it. No, I don't understand what I'm supposed to do here. So what am I supposed to do here? Apparently this was not the way. But maybe what I can do. Can I do this? Oh, okay. It's a circle thing. is a circular path.
The dark could
That's
be an
annoying.
embrace and the release of the old, like taking off a tight shoe, laying bare one's feet, and taking a first step onto a new adventure.
So I'm just gonna... Okay. So it goes in a circle, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go backwards instead. Oh, apparently this one goes in a straight line. Okay.
The dark could be a moment of clarity and calm, a break through icy clouds and the shameful stories we tell ourselves that fetter us to the clay and mud.
So... which way do I go now? Can you... Can you tell me where... Can you... Wait. Oh my goodness. I really want to like this game. I really do. It's so enduring, so charming. So many things. Okay, this way. And another match.
The dark could be the space and time that we need to recover from the death of a dream and the quiet promise of new beginnings waiting on the other side of grief.
I really like the king part. The king with the daughter. Sorry. Somebody messaged me. The king with the daughter feels really close to home, in my opinion. Oh shit. Okay. Sorry. It's probably the best section. The most engaging part, I think. They make it hard to like with the mediocre gameplay. I don't think it is mediocre. I think they are trying to do something that, as a walking simulator, this game is self-aware that it's a walking simulator, but at the same time it's trying to be unconventional to the point where it inconveniences the players to immerse themselves. So I cannot immerse myself into the story because there are so many inconveniences. There were bugs, there were this, that, and like the pathing wise, it's not hurting the players into like the proper path like it's supposed to do in a walking simulator. It takes some time for the players to figure out like this path, new path, because it's so unconventional. It's like a completely different direction, is not without any patterns at all. You know, like to put it in the best way. That's what I think. If you wanna make a walking simulator, you gotta make it so that it's a herding kind of design.
The dark remains a mystery, its secrets locked away behind the stars. But one can rest assured that it is always there, watching, patiently waiting for us to enter it, with fire in our hearts and with eyes wide open.
So are you still happy, Pop Boy? you're still pretty excited for Murderer. You're really going to stop streaming on YouTube. I think I will eventually have to. But I'm just gonna test it out and see how it goes. The Tale of Moon Mountain. He's going that way, so that is the proper way. I'm gonna go this way. Or not.
But the last embers will light the final fireplace. And
The Grinner. Smile through your heart, though your heart is aching. Wow. How profound.
send your pot boy home. Can you do what you must? Naturally,
I like
you must.
these people.
It is destined, and you
Cute.
will be loved and forgotten. The soothsayers have spoken the last words. It has been an honor to watch your journey to the work table's edge. Now go and burn.
The storytelling, it seems really good in a way that is like very unique and it stands out on its own. But gameplay wise, a lot of the gameplay elements, it really distracts from the storytelling itself. It's as if it does not want us to immerse ourselves into the story. There were parts where I'm just like completely off, like I just zone out because I'm no longer interested in the story because it took so long, or the gameplay part was so distracting or so tedious to the point where I just did not feel like I want to engage anymore. And suddenly we got thrown into like let's say the twins, for example, or let's say into another story, and I'm like, oh, time to I have not processed the story from before because all of the gameplay, it kind of just like distracted me from it, so I needed time to process. But no, it throws me directly right back into the story again, so we have to progress again. They didn't want to be known as a walking simulator, so they added some half-baked gameplay in there. Yeah, kind of like that. It also felt like they had a deadline to meet, which is kind of a similar thing where I feel in A Quiet Place it had this kind of thing as well. But here I can feel the passion of the devs, but I just feel like they could have done a few things differently to make the storytelling a lot more engaging and not as boring. Because I feel like a lot of people might feel how I feel. I am a very normal I am a part of a very normal population that plays games, so especially horror games as well. The horror element was completely not horrific for me. It was all very endearing, very cute and everything. And that's also because it's because the storytelling is the story is really good. The storytelling is okay. Storytelling is how they execute the story. Storytelling is okay, but the gameplay part, it kind of distracts. It kind of. Next. Okay, bye. I think you know what I mean, right? I think you definitely get what I mean. For sure. 100% agree with that. Maybe you'll be able to find somebody who does not, or if you play on your own, you might feel differently, or if you find somebody else who plays this game differently in a different kind of manner, because everybody experiences this game a little bit differently, at least.
The first
I love the
two-legged
story.
beings did prosper under the first sun, but it didn't matter how much they bathed in its light. They craved more. They sought to cage the sun, harness its power, and make it theirs. But the makers in their foresight had put the sun far, far away. So far that no creature could reach it.
Look at the face.
In their
It's a
desperation,
face.
the two-legged ones began
Or
to collect
no, it's not a face.
matches,
It's a ship.
lighting them like minuscule suns of their own. But there are
We're going on a
only
birdie.
so many matches in this world. And one day they'll run out, and they shall once again look to the sun.
I'm gonna be honest, I fell asleep in the first stream from being a bit bored. I think... beautiful game, it just didn't engage me enough. I think it's a little bit brain dead. This game is a little bit brain dead, but frustrating. Because some of the mechanics don't really work that well. It's a little bit janky. And a couple of parts of the design, of the game design, were it was just like why would you do this kind of thing? Like, just previously we were doing the pathing in the dark. That one was a little bit annoying. And it kind of just disconnected me. I felt so disconnected going from one part to another. Because like when like, let's say this is the area that okay, this is where the first match and the first candle is. So from here I gotta like go around and I gotta like find a path. It's so dark I can't see shit. And then I go around, and then by the time I got to, like, let's say this part is the second part where the candle is, and I have to light this part around. By the time I get to this candle and they start to tell like the continuation of the story, I'm like, bro, I forgot about what you said before. It's not an attention span kind of problem. I admit sometimes I have an attention span kind of problem, but when you're making your players work their brain in a way that is not engaging to the story at all, gameplay wise, you need to have something like the Mulgrim part was pretty good. The theater part, the dancing princess, was pretty good. To be honest, it was pretty good. Were there frustrating parts, of course, because this game is a little bit janky, admittedly, but it's just there are times like this in the game design that they could have done better to engage with the player, so that I don't feel like I'm not following the story anymore because of certain things that I've done, you know. Some distractions are really good, but a lot of them are just like padding and unnecessary. The part where you have to find your own path in the dark, that was really unnecessary. It could have just been a straight path, and the story would have been conveyed a lot more effectively. Oh shit. And it wouldn't have taken away anything at all. If anything, it would have added so much more value. Shit. No! No! Hello, how do you do? How are you doing? No, don't die, pup boy. Don't die, pup boy. Come. Oh shit. No, pup boy, you died. Okay. Come. Okay, come. Come. Faster. Okay. Go, go, go. Oh, oh. Ah! Hey. Go, go, go. We're in, we're in.
It's just gone. I had this wretched gut feeling like something was up, like something was on the way, a danger I never could have guessed. I figured that's just how I always feel, and my worries seldom
It's so
come true.
pretty.
And now here I am, and I have been for some time now, and it just won't come back. I'm thinking, while I had it, I didn't know what to do with it, how to care for it, enjoy it. But if I had it again tonight, I'd probably waste it all over again.
Sad. You know, maybe if they make this game a little bit too simple, maybe people would have been like, oh, the gameplay was too simple, even though it's self-proclaimed to be a horror game that is like that requires stealth mechanics, that requires like blinking mechanics or whatever. Maybe people will complain, but then you can't please everybody. You gotta think about what's good for your game, and what's good for a game is to not overcomplicate things and not do the things that make your game like unnecessarily tedious sometimes. You know? And when it comes to games like this, especially games like this, one example that I think was so well done is Edith Finch. Edith Finch is definitely part of one of the best games of this genre that I have ever played before, for sure. Where are you going, pop boy? My god, don't stray. What the fuck? Go. That game was more entertaining. It did what it came to do, and it didn't do anything else. It didn't overly complicate its storytelling. Sometimes when you have such good storytelling, it's better to make the game a little bit simpler. It's better. Oh, I think we're. Are we gonna die? Are we gonna die? There are stars. Oh my goodness. Let's stay here for a little bit. I'm still upset and didn't give us the answer at the end. But we know that the grandma is definitely the villain of the story, I think. Go. And this way. Wait. Hurry. Come on, Pop Boy. You can do it. The best thing about this game is probably Pop Boy. Pop Boy is a multi-dimensional character. That which I love. Obviously, also a criminal. Also a criminal. This part kind of reminds me of Split Fiction. The sun part of Split Fiction. Come here, Pop Boy. Oh, do we gotta go? Oh my god. Do we gotta go from here to there? Wait, where else can we go? This looks really gorgeous. He's trying to hug the boulders. That's so cute. Go, pup boy. Ugh, I'm stuck. It's really hard to move forward. Oh my eyes. Dude. Fun is not a constant buzzword. You should constantly be tracking yourself when doing any activity. What do you do? Like, what you can't figure. If you can't figure that out, stop. No, I don't really understand what you're saying. Fun to me is subjective. It's more of like, I don't need to constantly check in with myself to ask if I'm having fun, but when I'm not having fun, it's very obvious. So I guess that's very easy to tell where you're having fun or not. Oh, you're doing the sun thing! Oh my goodness! Do it again! He's lighting up the sun! Oh my god! Do it! Yes, pup boy! Yes! Oh, what is that? Oh, it's Halsey! Halsey's still alive. Of course Halsey's still alive. How else will I be able to get my other chapters and my collections and listen to my vinyls? Go, son! Do your magic thing! Ooh! Do your magic! Wow. Again! Screenshot. Holy shit. He's gonna break. No. No! Oh my god. This is the Last of Us kind of situation. Holy shit, what do you do? Do I let the entire world die? Or do I sacrifice one for the entire world? Or do I sacrifice the entire world for one? The pot boy was Ellie all this time, all along. Okay, you can stop, I think. Oh, let's just stop. Stop here. So, it's not The Last of Us. I mean, it is The Last of Us, in which we don't really realistically have any choice because it's an illusion of choice, but also it's kind of like a Telltale game where you don't really have a choice. A Telltale game that is not The Wolf Among Us. Son of a bitch. What do you ask me then? Huh? Now my pot boy's gonna die. And then my sun is not gonna work well. Is the sun working? But the world is gray. Well, the sun's not working. Pot boy, you didn't do shit. Sorry, he tried his best with. Oh, you're alive? Yay! Oh my god, he's so cute. Holy shit. The cutest murderer! The cutest murderer ever. Oh my god, this is gorgeous. What the fuck? Holy shit, it's gorgeous. Oh! pets. I love the Mulgrim story. Mulgrim story is so good. So good. I love the Mulgrim part the most, I think. And then the dancing princess. I didn't like the match girl. I thought the match girl, yeah, this one. I thought the match girl story was a little bit diluted, and it didn't feel that the gameplay was not as engaging and the story was not as engaging as well. This one I love for sure because it's family. I love family stories. Oh my god! No way! Really? That's amazing. Okay. Oh. Too fetch Wesley. Look at that. Gorgeous. That's crazy. He ran away from home. He's moving out of his castle. He's like, I don't want to be the king anymore. Because my princess doesn't want to be a princess. My princess just wants to be a daughter. Fade away. Keep on walking. The midnight walk. Okay, let's go, pop boy. The ghost match girl was a bit too of the same. Go get my leg and arm I had. Yeah. Oh, how's oh, how's he? No. That's cute. Do you mind if I walk in front of you? Oh, he's so dumb. He's so stupid. I love him. No. Different people have fun doing different things, and not everyone will like a game. For same reasons, yeah. But you know, when a game is trying to execute, when a game is trying to do something, and you know clearly what it's trying to do, but you're not feeling what it's trying to achieve. That's where the potential just like falls flat, which makes it a game that is not as good. Everybody has like different kind of games that they prefer to play. Some people like open world games. Some people don't like open world games. Some people like MMORPGs, some people don't like MMORPGs. But my point is, if it is what, as it is, a game that it is, if you know exactly what it's trying to achieve and you're not feeling it, it means that it's not that good of a game. That's just the reality of it. This is so fishy.
Once upon a time, some folk on the other side of this and that had the most strange and beautiful dream. I hope that tonight
I love this guy.
You caught a glimpse of it. And I wish you the levity and grace to smile in the darkest of times and on the way down your midnight walk.
Wait, is this the end? Wait, I thought I still have like... Wait, that was the end? I thought I had 2 more chapters. Oh right. Oh right, damn. Because Halsey got burnt away, so... After Halsey got burnt away, we entered chapter 5, but I didn't keep track of it when we entered chapter 5 because I thought I think this game would have been better if we played it in one single sitting, so that we properly immerse ourselves in it. But also, it could have been a way shorter game as well, in my opinion. I think. But I really love the art style. The clay sculptures. Additional clay sculptors. It's great. Different endings. I don't think there's gonna be different endings though. Sorry. Visit housing. Congrats on beating it though. Way shorter than I thought it would be. I could have finished this in the last stream. But I didn't. I am missing a few things. Got all of that before Groundskeeper. Short stream, so go take another nap. Cat ending yesterday was way more fun. Yeah, the cat ending yesterday was like, or 2 days ago. 2 days ago was like, bro. It went out in blast, but I think this one went out in a blast as well. Like the ending sequence was really pretty, but it's just I have not been really engaged with the story that much to feel what I felt with the cat story for some. I don't know. Because Skin Deep, you know what it's trying to achieve. You know that it's more of like a James Bond mission rescuing, kind of like a spy kind of thing, kind of story, and it relies heavily on the gameplay side to tell the story or something, or maybe not even, but I feel a lot more attached to Skin Deep comparing to this one. Like Little Lion, they have like all kinds of names that are memorable, like Planka and Choo Choo. They are still here with great, but story and gameplay were not intertwined that well. Yeah, for sure. These people are definitely very clearly artists, and when artists, they have a certain vision. I feel like sometimes when artists, they have a certain vision, they get too much into their heads, and sometimes they are blindsided from experiencing it from a different perspective. Or I want to know if like how long this game was beta tested for, and if people were really enjoying playing this game. The beta testing for this game. You get obsessed with something and keep doing it even if I'm not having fun, or even if it's hurting me. That is what you call addiction. So when you have an addiction, it hinders your day-to-day life. Like you have to do it, or else you feel like you're missing something. So for me, my addiction has always been Overwatch. I've always played Overwatch. I have always been playing Overwatch, regardless of how much I dislike it. Every single game I come across people that are absolutely dogshit stupid, that cannot aim or cannot like secure a kill for some reason. Like they can dash out like over 10k worth of damage but still get like only 5 kills. So like this was $40. Wait, the midnight walk is for $40? Hold on, let me see how much it is. Huh, it is actually pretty expensive. I didn't notice the price because like I was really looking forward to the game because of how unique and amazing the style is, but it fell a little bit short because, you know, it's kind of like Necrophysis as well in a way, where it has a really good story, or it has a lot of things that it wants to convey, but because of certain things, it's not really able to convey itself really well, or execute the execution part. And you can clearly tell that this game was made by artists. I really like that, but it It can be improved for sure. Like the Pop Boy AI sometimes is really janky, but that's okay, I think. Addiction and engagement is what a lot of games these days are trying for. Speaking of which, I have stopped Raid Shadow Legends because I am so sick of... The fuck? Sorry, somebody messaged me again. I am so sick of clicking off the pop-up deals that Raid Shadow Legends always do. I think I mentioned this before because sick of not getting a sponsor. Don't sponsor me. I don't want to play your game anymore. It is very predatory. I played a lot of similar hero collector genre gacha games that require strategy. I love gacha games that require a lot of strategy. That's what I live for, or used to live for. And then Raid Shadow Legends came along and fucked me up by thinking that I am super broke, by making me think that I'm super broke, I'm not good enough to play their game. Because every single time, for Epic 7, when you're playing Epic 7, it has one deal, one pop-up deal every single time you log into the game. On that day, the first time you log in to the game, you get one single pop-up deal. And that is it. You close it, you don't have to deal with it for the rest of the day. But Raid Shadow Legends is really different, so every single time you go back to the menu, you go back to the main screen, boop, another pop-up deal. And when you close the tab, you can go to, like, under something, I don't remember what it is. You can go back to the like the information screen, whatever. You can find the deal again. But there are deals that, oh, if you close this offer, you will not be offered it again anymore. Sometimes they do offer you again. They just want your money, and I find it really predatory. And I was like, I sent them a feedback. In the game, I'm like, your game is very predatory. Every single time I go back to the main menu, the pop-up what do you call it? The pop-up deals always pop up, and I am sick of closing the pop-up deals every single time. I have to tap them to close them off, so I can resume playing the game free to play, like how I intend to play your stupid game. And in Epic 7, I have no problem doing that. So I tell them, in Epic 7, like the game that is the same age as your game, which is Raid Shadow Legends, the same age has done really well on this because they only have one single deal every single day to pop up and like for players to think whether or not they want to buy. If a game is good, you don't need to like constantly advertise your prices. You don't need to constantly advertise your deals, whatever. It's the same for like doing YouTube, doing whatever. You don't need to constantly tell people to subscribe to your channel. If they like your content, they will automatically subscribe to your channel, or they will join your members. They will do whatever because they're engaged with your stuff. And then they replied to me. You know what they said? I got a reply. They said, you don't have to buy the deals if you don't want to. You can just play the game normally. Just progress your day, like do your dailies, and you can get rewards that way. I'm like, what the fuck? I emphasized in Epic 7, they only have pop-up deal. One pop-up deal per day. If you wanna buy whatever, you can go to the shop and buy it. It's fine, but people, if your game is good enough, you don't have to remind people how fucking broke they are just to play your stupid game. I subscribed to Epic 7 a battle pass every single time. Like every month I will sub to the battle pass because I feel like the game is not trying to disrespect me. You know? Such a wild theory you have, Mary. Maybe you should put on your tinfoil hat too. Oh my god. The game is kind of trying to gaslight me into thinking that, oh, I'm just complaining about how predatory the game is for asking me to buy their stuff, but that's not. Oh, I got an achievement. Stay home for 10 minutes. I got an achievement for that. So that's not my point. My point is I am sick of closing your pop-up deals every single time I go back to the main screen. It is tedious and tiring, and I just want to play the game. I just want to go back to the main screen without having anything popped into my face every single time. And I go back to the main screen a lot of times because you have obviously when you go to your champions and then you go to whatever you do your things in the champions, you have to go back to the main screen in order to navigate from there to somewhere else, and it's stupid. I don't know how else to convey my frustration. Do you understand? Do you get me? And I'm being gaslighted into thinking that my problem with the game is that I don't have money to buy your stupid deals. But that is not my point. My point is, I just want to not come back to the main screen to just another deal. It's not about the deal. It's about closing the deal. It's tedious every single time I have to do that. It just makes me not want to. Yeah. And that is where I come back to the addiction. The point of addiction. I am currently addicted to Raid Shadow Legends, which means that if I don't do my dailies in a day, I kind of feel a little bit weird. But I am not anywhere beyond that. Anywhere beyond that. I can quit anytime. I just tell myself, nope, I'm not gonna do dailies today. And I can quit. Like, for Overwatch, I have not played Overwatch for like 4 or 5 days now. But Overwatch I cannot quit anytime because I pay for the battle pass. And I would prefer to get all my freemium skins, all my half premium skins. And that is why I cannot quit Overwatch. Just getting the shakes for quitting Overwatch cold turkey. And not really, to be honest. In the past 5 days that I've not played Overwatch, I don't really feel anything. I just feel like there's something missing in my life. Like, oh, shit, I'm too busy to do my dailies today. What do you do? Oh, well. But I'm too tired because I would rather sleep. My priority is... Gaming is one of the last priorities I have in my day. After all this time still gaming Overwatch, I try to go to Rivals. I tried. Oh, let me bring myself up. I try to go to Rivals. It's just not good enough. And I don't know what it is about Rivals that I just do not feel connected to it. I have grinded quite a lot in Rivals as well. Post Mr. Fantastic, but I have not played recently. I have not played like for a month now, I think. I don't know, it just feels kind of not as snappy, like the projectiles and everything. The models in Rivals, it kind of feels like you're floating. And floating is an issue in animation. For me, it just does not feel... In Overwatch, you can feel the heaviness of the footsteps, and whenever one footstep lands, you can see a little bit of like the dust going under the footsteps. So it's like a little bit of like a puff thing kind of thing. And in your brain, it kind of registers, oh, the feet has landed. So it feels more concrete, it feels more solid. Like the walking animation and everything, it feels better compared to Rivals, because also in Overwatch I don't really see my model that much, so I don't see what is wrong with it that much. There is a mode where you can play in third person now, which is Overwatch Stadium. So Stadium is kind of like almost borderline MOBA. Some people say it's even like MOBA now, because it plays kind of like Paladins. And if you have played Paladins, you would know what I mean, because it has like a progression system where you have to buy things from the menu in order to progress, in order to build your own build. So it's kind of like Dota in a sense, but in FPS style or third person shooter kind of style. So there's that. And then when I play Overwatch, I don't really look at my models that much, because usually I play 6v6 or just like Mystery Heroes, which is all in first person mode. You can't choose between. But then when I play Marvel Rivals, I look at my models so much. And there are a few characters I main in Rivals that I feel like the animation is not solid. I feel like the animation does not really engage too well with the environment. I feel like the environment is a little bit too cluttered as well. And a lot of the projectiles, they don't really land. Sometimes with a hit scan, they don't really land as well, which is like... Something about you just gives you the ache. Something about me just gives me the ache. Something about it does not feel polished, is what I mean. And also, one thing about Rivals is the audio cue of the ultimates. It's so unbalanced, where I constantly hear Patty Parker scream, "It's spider time!" It's so loud and piercing, and some of the alt is just like some mumbling shit that you can't even hear. Daniel, you know what I'm talking about. You play Rivals, right? You understand. I don't know if you play Rivals, whatever. But you should... Given time, maybe maybe Rivals will build itself up to become something like Overwatch, but maybe I'm expecting too much. I am a huge Marvel fanboy. I am also a DC fanboy, but Marvel is my love. I grew up with X-Men. I grew up being influenced by X-Men, wanting to become Jean, wanting to become Rogue. There are so many things about about my upbringing. Is video games, is comics, is anime, is whatever, the nerd culture, whatever. Mystique, right? I hate Mystique. Mystique can eat my ass. Not to yuck your yum, but yes, Mystique, yes. And also, there's so much that I feel like that can connect me to Rivals, because as a Marvel fanboy, I just feel so strongly about Marvel characters. But after playing Rivals, it's just something just did not connect there, and I felt kind of disappointed. After grinding for a lot of times, I don't know right now if this has been implemented. I hope that they have patched it, but when I was playing Rivals, I could not exit out of the end game sequence of how the MVP has to twirl around. You have to wait for it, and you have to see the MVP twirling around. You have to look at your endorsement screen. You have to look at everybody. I'm like escape. Let me quit because I just want to queue. I don't really care about endorsing other people. Apparently, endorsing is a huge thing in Rivals. You have to endorse them. You have to upvote them. And you have to look at your MVP of the lobby, twirl around. If you didn't win the game, oh poor you, you're not an MVP even you're the best player in your team. You're the SVP, which is the second very important player, or whatever that is. Whatever that means. You're not the most, okay? You're not the most valued player. You're the second valued player. Which is bullshit. I won the system. It kind of just felt like it kind of just felt like they did not want to copy Overwatch's POTG kind of system where they have the play of the game where you actually get to see the gameplay. So even if you're stuck watching a play of the game, at least it's more engaging. Nobody wants to look at the MVP trolling around, taunting you, saying that you're not the most valued player in this lobby. I am, etc. But I like the BF MVP style where it shows the best by each category. Right, Battlefield. I think I get best medic. I also get best medic. To be honest, when I played Battlefield, I only played medic. I feel like medic is the best thing to play. I don't know. Recently I always do tanking and support as well, but recently I've been playing a lot of support because I've been mastering all of them, and to be honest, my damage, my DPS, and my kills are not that different from regular DPS players, unless if you are super high skilled Sojourn, or what's the other one? Freya just came out recently. I think the huge amount of existing lore makes me not want to play it. I bring in what I know about the characters and makes me frustrated that they're balanced. True. That is true. Oh, right. I was about to switch the category, to be honest. People seethe for not endorsing. It's not like people seethe for not endorsing, but it's more of like it's what the game wants you to do, because the game is built like that. So the game encourages you to do it. So in order for you to not escape the part where you have to upvote other people, or if you have to consider upvoting other people, they do not let you escape the screen where you have to upvote other people. Or the screen before, which is where the MVP was twirls around, whatever. A lot of free points no one else realized. I think when I'm playing Matic in Battlefield, I just like go around reviving people and supply them with health kits. I don't really do much, but I always have the least deaths on my team, which is really nice. Sometimes I get ambushed and then I counter. What is the counter thing? Shoot them to death. I get ambushed by people and I'm like, oh fuck you. But most of the time I just like go around. Is Virgil here? No role-playing stuff. Do not roleplay on my channel. You will get banned. But anyway, low level lets loose on purpose. Middle level entertainers. High level fun to watch. Pro level fast computers. I think the most skilled people so far that I've seen in any shooter player PvP kind of thing is in Fortnite. Because you gotta build in Fortnite. And the way they build in Fortnite is like They literally stack like like that, which is like insane. And I cannot for the life of me do anything like that because I'll be too distracted by my environment too. To organize those tiles, to stack the tiles all together like that was like crazy. Sniper in hardcore is funny. It's one shot every time, and even your teammate. Sniper in hardcore? Which one? Oh, wait, are you talking about Battlefield? Fortnite, ew. I know! Fortnite, ew. I have never played Fortnite before. Maybe I'll become a Fortnite gamer. Maybe it's not too late to become a Fortnite gamer. Maybe. As much as I hate playing Apex, watching high-level gameplay is really entertaining. It gets a little bit boring watching because I watched a lot of Wraith gameplay on one single building that has the zip line. No, a couple of buildings that have the zip lines that go up and down, up and down. I don't know anymore about Apex. I think I'm too behind in Apex. Probably Battlefield hardcore does get some signal damage. Battlefield snipers are crazy. Battlefield snipers, when they transfer their skills to hellotus, like nobody stands a chance. Seriously, Battlefield. Yeah, Battlefield. That's crazy. If you have played hellotus, it's like a walking simulator and then you die. So occasionally you come across like a few people that shoots you in the head. You have to sing that Tomato Town song if you become a Fortnite VTuber. What is that song? What is that Fortnite song? The Chuck 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 with Chuck Fortnite with you. So I can't do it. I can't do that. So, tomorrow we're playing Cash Cleaner Simulator, yeah. Cash Cleaner I have played a little bit of Cash Cleaner Simulator, but I think I will wipe my save and we'll do it all over again. I get reminded of the phrase Achtung, Panzer each time I play that game. Achtung kind of reminds me of Signalis. Oh, I miss Signalis. Should play. Yeah, Signalis. Achtung. That game is probably one of the best modern horror games that I've played. That kind of feels nostalgic in a way. I don't know. It feels like it's on its own category of like on its own different kind of league, especially as an indie horror game. It's so different and so much better, a level above all the other indie horror games, in my opinion. It feels so fleshed out as a universe, as a setting, that it feels like maybe if it has sequels or if it has like another spin-off title from that game, it would feel so natural because the world building is so wide and so humongous that you can just feel everything of it. You understand? Dangerous Elite is doing so. You mean Elite Dangerous? You mean Elite Dangerous? I'm a troll and chat. Hello, how do you do? How are you doing? Today is a short stream. I have a big parcel waiting outside for me. And to be honest, I do have to get that. But tomorrow we will be playing Cash Cleaner Simulator and I think I will be chatting a lot tomorrow. So if you wanna come and chat, please come and chat for Cat Cleaner Simulator tomorrow. We will be moving Doom to next week when I'm back. And then we'll play Doom, and then we'll do the anniversary thing. I'm kind of nervous about the anniversary thing. I feel like I have something planned. I mean, I do have something planned, but I'm just not sure whether or not I can make it in time. Especially with my work constraints and everything I have. Time constraints and everything because of work and the trip. I can't do anything during the trip as well. Ah! I'm sure it will work out just fine. I hope so. I will see you guys tomorrow, and then we can talk about... Maybe we can talk a little bit more about... feelings and stuff. Feelings and stuff? Maybe. And then, on the next day, after Cat Cleaner Simulator, we'll do just a normal chatting stream, I think. Yeah, so today, this is the end. Thank you so much for coming to my streams. We can watch movie trailers too. There was a movie trailer that I saw yesterday. Shit, I don't remember what it's called. I don't remember what it was anymore, but I saw something yesterday that I was like, ooh, oh my god, oh my goodness. But I don't remember what it was anymore. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much for coming to my stream. I hope there are more games like this. I hope there are more clay motion kind of games. Because I really love clay motion. One of the most underrated clay motion films out there ever, like ever, is Kubo and the Two Strings. If you have not seen Kubo and the Two Strings, please go see it. Please watch it. I don't know where you can watch it, but it is one of the best stories ever animated. It's also kind of scary. So if you're easily scared, please watch it. It doesn't matter. Whatever. It's a good story. It's amazing. I love it. Okay. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care of yourself. Stay hydrated. What else? Don't drink too much. Don't smoke too much. Don't take drugs. Drugs are bad. Etc. Eat healthy. Have some fruits. And stay clean. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye. Maybe I'll keep this. I'll definitely keep this outro for after I rebrand as well, I think. So I will have the exact same outro. Cause I just like wanna be somebody. If you watch me every day, I just wanna be that person that reminds you that you need to take care of yourself, you know? Even though sometimes I don't practice what I preach.